Sports Show presented by Homegrown Sports Media. I am your host, Ben Daniel. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I appreciate everybody for stopping by today on this lovely Thursday. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. What are we talking about today? Well, Rob Parker last night on The Odd Couple calls out Caitlin Clark after the TV ratings were released about her WNBA debut. Caitlin Clark, 2.1 million people decided to tune in. 2.1 million people decided that the Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun was more important than the Knicks versus Pacers, was more important than the Boston Bruins game, was more important than whatever late night show you want to watch on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox 5, whatever. People decided to tune in to ESPN2 nonetheless to watch Caitlin Clark hoop. People were curious, how will this translate? All the hype, all the energy behind her, the people behind her, an entire college fan base coming in with the Caitlin Clark effect. How will that translate? Viewership-wise, it translated well, in my humble opinion. 2.1 million views, that's huge numbers. Especially when you consider it with the game that followed after it, 450,000 views. The Las Vegas Aces versus Phoenix Mercury, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Rob Parker, because Rob Parker was impressed. Rob Parker was expecting astronomical numbers. He was expecting something that he maybe has not seen before. He, dare I say, mentioned American Idol numbers when talking about his expectations with Caitlin Clark and her WNBA debut. If you guys haven't heard it, this is Rob Parker. This is Rob Parker's soliloquy, his tirade on The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard, Fox Sports Radio, Monday through Friday, 7 to 10. This is Rob Parker speaking about Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut, calling it a flop, saying it was dead on arrival. Let's take a listen here and hear what Rob Parker has to say.
If you're WNBA fans, WNBA hierarchy, WNBA commissioner, and you had the dream and goal and hopes that Caitlin Clark was going to turn this league around, I got news for you. Is this on? Her WNBA debut was a flop. And Caitlin Clark, Chris Broussard, is dead on arrival for the WNBA. You could take a look at those numbers and go, my God, it's the best ratings in 23 years. Here's my issue. It's outside the top 10 of all-time TV ratings. Outside the top 10 for this woman who captured...
WNBA?
Yeah, WNBA.
Top 10 WNBA?
She's outside the top 10. This is a woman who captured all basketball fans, not just women's basketball fans, all basketball fans, had incredible numbers for the NCAA, all those big numbers. And for her debut to be poor shooting, 10 turnovers, more turnovers than a bakery, and they lost the game, that is a bad sign. They were expecting American Idol ratings. They got old Barnaby Jones numbers.
Hold on, what are American Idol ratings?
I'm talking
that's
about,
probably
Chris,
just a ridiculous statement.
I'm talking about great ratings
for
her.
Say great ratings.
Okay?
I don't think they were expecting American Idol ratings.
They wanted to show that, oh my God, the Messiah has arrived. Easily, I thought, Chris, it would be the all-time ratings for a WNBA game. It was on ESPN. It was up against a non-sexy Pacers-Knicks blowout. You know what I mean?
The Knicks have had the highest rated games in the playoffs.
Okay. I'm telling you that if people had any curiosity about her, she blew the opportunity. It's just like I've said all the time. The XFL, the USFL, the UFL, their best ratings are week one. They only go down. And because she didn't play that great, Am I really going? Now, if she had blew the lid off of it, Chris, and had these ridiculous numbers and the all-time leading TV ratings for the WNBA, people would be like, oh my God, I missed it. I got to see this. If she has another poor game or doesn't play that well, and as time goes on, people will be like, she's not even that good. She hasn't even been that great in the WNBA. Like, there was a missed opportunity. Chris, I'm not saying they should have had a 40 TV rating.
There you have it. That's Rob Parker. Maybe shouldn't have had a 40T rating, but should have had at least one of the highest drawn WNBA games in history, right? That's what Rob Parker's saying. Do I disagree with everything Rob Parker's saying? Everything? No. Most things? Yes. I think that's a good rating. 2.1 million views. I think that's a phenomenal rating. Less than the WNBA draft. That I was a little bit surprised about, but that just goes to show you, WNBA, people aren't just here for Caitlin Clark. People want to see Angel Reese too. So get your shit together and put Angel Reese on TV. Now back to your nationally scheduled programming. That's right, Rob Parker calling out Caitlin Clark about her WNBA TV ratings, 2.1 million views. It's a pretty good number if you ask me. Where Rob Parker was right about was that this could have been a missed opportunity in terms of the lightning in a bottle. If you have 2.1 million viewers and Caitlin Clark goes off and has herself a game, let's say she gets 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, limits the turnovers, then people are going to be saying that, damn, I can't believe I missed that Caitlin Clark game. I knew she was going to perform well, and I can't believe I missed that. So you can only assume that the next game, those ratings will go up. Instead, she had 20 points in this game. She did have 10 turnovers, like Rob said, more turnovers than a bakery. And that might give people enough cause to pause to say, you know what? I'll watch the Knicks game instead. You know what? I'll watch my late night TV show instead. Right? Fever, Liberty tonight, 7 o'clock. You know what? I'll watch Jeopardy instead. I'll watch Wheel of Fortune instead. And I'll catch the highlights later. That's what a 20 points, 10 turnover game got you. It got people to have the ability to at least say to themselves, I didn't really miss too much. I'll catch the highlights later. And that's what the WNBA wants to avoid. They don't want to grow a fan base of people saying, I'll catch the highlights later. You want to get a fan base saying, you know what? I can't afford to miss this. I'll watch it now. I can't afford to miss this. I need to watch this now. But when everything's hidden behind WNBA League Pass and behind a paywall, Amazon Prime, ESPN Plus, Paramount, Peacock, when everything's behind a paywall, it gets very hard for new fans to say, I'm willing to spend $34.99 on that. I'm willing to spend my Thursday night watching that game. I want to spend my Saturday night watching that game. It's very hard when all your games are behind a paywall. So WNBA needs to do something to fix that, but I do think Rob Parker has a point when he says if she did have a good game, then you do have X amount of people saying, damn, I can't afford to miss the next one. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Rob Parker was in bounds or out of bounds? How much did you agree with? How much did you disagree with? Did you agree with it all? If you did, that's cool. Let me know why in the comment section below. If you agreed with it all, that's cool too. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is the sports show presented by Homegrown Sports Media, and I am Ben Daniel telling you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. We're streaming tonight. Indiana Fever, New York Liberty. If you don't have Prime, don't tell anybody. We'll be here.